Welcome to the Most in-Demand course to master cybersecurity, a step-by-step guide for 2022. This course is developed by our tutor in coordination with industry masters and professors from elite educational institutes. Our tutor is a team of cybersecurity training professionals who explain complex concepts in the simplest form with real-life examples. The course offers extensive training on the most in-demand cybersecurity skills, with hands-on exposure to key tools and technologies. Become an expert in cybersecurity by diving deep into the nuances of data interpretation, mastering new technologies, and learning relevant skills to take your career in cybersecurity competency to the next level. This course accelerates your career in cybersecurity and provides you with the world-class training and skills required to become successful in this field. Practice your skills with 200 multiple-choice questions and be a pro in the domain of cybersecurity. After you have completed the cybersecurity course, you will receive a certificate from our tutor and Udemy, stating that you have acquired the skill set required to be a cybersecurity professional. This certificate will testify to your skills and assert your cybersecurity expertise. On completing the course, you will be able to list the major application areas of cybersecurity that exist today. Familiarize yourself with examples of cybersecurity tools and examples. Recount the advantages and disadvantages of cybersecurity. Ideate a project work for practicing cybersecurity. Choose from the wide range of career options available in cybersecurity. No prior knowledge of cybersecurity is required. Everyone can take this course and is best suited for students of high school, college, and university, professionals and employees looking to step into the cybersecurity space, everyone who is involved with cybersecurity in their everyday work. In this course you will learn about Introduction to Cybersecurity, Introduction to Data Science, Applications of Cybersecurity, Cybersecurity Tools, Cybersecurity Examples, Cybersecurity Project Ideas, Advantages of Cybersecurity, Disadvantages of Cybersecurity, Cybersecurity Career Paths. Become a cybersecurity professional by enrolling in this course, which helps you get started and pave your success from a beginner to an expert. Start your cybersecurity journey today. It's easy. Start now. This section is designed to help you get started with cybersecurity. In this lecture, you will know what is cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is the practice of defending computers, servers, mobile devices, electronic systems, networks, and data from malicious attacks. It's also known as information technology security or electronic information security. The term applies in a variety of contexts, from business to mobile computing, and can be divided into a few common categories. Cybersecurity's core function is to protect the devices we all use, smartphones, laptops, tablets and computers, and the services we access, both online and at work, from theft or damage. It's also about preventing unauthorized access to the vast amounts of personal information we store on these devices and online. Network security is the practice of securing a computer network from intruders, whether targeted attackers or opportunistic malware. Application security focuses on keeping software and devices free of threats. A compromised application could provide access to the data it's designed to protect. Successful security begins in the design stage, well before a program or device is deployed. Information security protects the integrity and privacy of data, both in storage and in transit. Operational security includes the processes and decisions for handling and protecting data assets. The permissions users have when accessing a network and the procedures that determine how and where data may be stored or shared all fall under this umbrella. Disaster recovery and business continuity define how an organization responds to a cybersecurity incident or any other event that causes the loss of operations or data. Disaster recovery policies dictate how the organization restores its operations and information to return to the same operating capacity as before the event. Business continuity is the plan the organization falls back on while trying to operate without certain resources. End-user education addresses the most unpredictable cybersecurity factor: people. Anyone can accidentally introduce a virus to an otherwise secure system by failing to follow good security practices. Teaching users to delete suspicious email attachments, not plug in unidentified USB drives, and various other important lessons is vital for the security of any organization. In this video, you have learned what is cybersecurity. In this lecture, you will understand the history of cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is becoming increasingly significant due to the increased reliance on computer systems, the Internet and wireless network standards such as Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and due to the growth of smart devices and the various devices that constitute the Internet of Things. Owing to its complexity, both in terms of politics and technology, cybersecurity is also one of the major challenges in the contemporary world. Where did it all begin? We take a look at the history of cybersecurity from inception to the present day. Cybersecurity began in the 1970s when researcher Bob Thomas created a computer program called Creeper that could move across ARPANET's network, leaving a breadcrumb trail wherever it went. Ray Tomlinson, the inventor of email, wrote the program Reaper, which chased and deleted Creeper. Reaper was the very first example of antivirus software, and the first self-replicating program, making it the first ever computer worm. 1987 was the birth year of commercial antivirus, although there were competing claims for the innovator of the first antivirus product. Andreas Leuning and Kai Fig released their first antivirus product, for the Atari ST, which also saw the release of Ultimate Virus Killer in 1987. 3 Czechoslovakians created the first version of the Nod antivirus in the same year, and in the US, John McAfee founded McAfee and released VirusScan. With the Internet becoming available to the public, more people began putting their personal information online. Organized crime entities saw this as a potential source of revenue and started to steal data from people and governments via the web. By the middle of the 1990s, network security threats had increased exponentially, and firewalls and antivirus programs had to be produced on a mass basis to protect the public. In the early 2000s, crime organizations started to heavily fund professional cyber attacks, and governments began to clamp down on the criminality of hacking, giving much more serious sentences to those culpable. Information security continued to advance as the Internet grew as well, but, unfortunately, so did viruses. The cybersecurity industry is continuing to grow at the speed of light. The global cybersecurity market size is forecast to grow to $345.4 billion by 2026 according to Statista. Ransomware is one of the most common threats to any organization's data security and is forecast to continue to increase. In this lecture, you have learned about the history of cybersecurity. In this lecture, you will recognize the benefits of cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is important because smartphones, computers, and the Internet are now such a fundamental part of modern life that it's difficult to imagine how we'd function without them. From online banking and shopping to email and social media, it's more important than ever to take steps that can prevent cyber criminals getting hold of our accounts, data, and devices. Protection for your business. Cybersecurity solutions provide digital protection to your business that will ensure your employees aren't at risk from potential threats such as adware and ransomware. Increased productivity. Viruses can slow down computers to a crawl, and making work practically impossible. Effective cybersecurity eliminates this possibility, maximizing your business potential output. Inspires customer confidence. If you can prove that your business is effectively protected against all kinds of cyber breaches, you can inspire trust in your customers that their personal data will not be compromised. Protection for your customers. Ensuring that your business is secure from cyber threats will also help to protect your customers, who could be susceptible to a cyber breach by proxy. Stops your website from going down. If you are a business that hosts your own website, a potential cyber breach could be disastrous. If your system becomes infected, it's possible that your website could be forced to close, meaning you will lose money as a result from lost transactions. In this lecture, you have learned about the benefits of cybersecurity. In this lecture, you will grasp the careers in cybersecurity. Cybersecurity as an overall industry has a very promising career outlook. It has low unemployment and, in fact, many countries have a deficit of employees. This means if you are qualified, you can expect to never go unemployed for an extended period of time as a cybersecurity professional. Additionally, the pay is higher than average, which is a nice bonus. Overall, it is a pretty solid career choice, but it definitely has its drawbacks like anything will. Here I'll discuss why cybersecurity may or may not be a good career choice for you. Even before COVID-19, because most of the work will be focused on technology and working with people in different parts of the world, you're often able to work from home. For some people this can be negative, because they like socializing at work and getting out of the house, but for many people being able to work from home is a benefit. Cybersecurity definitely has a strong upside as a potential career path. It offers the chance to make good money. You have a low chance of going unemployed for any extended period of time. You can work from home to save time and money on commuting, and it's relatively easy to get into compared to other high-paying careers. However, this isn't everything. For some people, working with computers and having to deal with angry, frustrated and panicked managers/clients isn't something they want to worry about. Also, some people may want a career that is more social or more fulfilling, so that's something that I would say isn't high in cybersecurity or tech in general. Overall, cybersecurity is good for people that want to make good money, don't need a ton of socialization on the job, and enjoy solving logic-based problems. Is there a demand for cybersecurity jobs? According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics Information Security Analysts Outlook, cybersecurity jobs are among the fastest-growing career areas nationally. The BLS predicts cybersecurity jobs will grow 31% through 2029, over 7 times faster than the national average job growth of 4%. In this lecture, you have learned about the available careers in cybersecurity. In this video, you will foresee the future of cybersecurity. Many people ask, what is the future of cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is still a relatively new part of IT and has changed dramatically in recent years as it has been recognized as a separate discipline within IT security. In this article, we will look at current trends for information security and cybersecurity in particular, and try to provide some insight into what cybersecurity in future years might look like. To try and work out what the future of cyber holds, it is worth looking at what the trends were in 2020 and what they are likely to be in 2021. The world of technology is very fast-moving, and not every new development stays around. You only have to recall what happened to videotapes to realize that. What is indisputable is that technology will be running more and more of our daily lives. Not that long ago, things like driverless cars were pure science fiction, but they are already science fact. Technology is now in daily use all over the globe in devices that nobody thinks of as being IT, such as phones and audio systems. Hence, the future of IT security is not just concerned with protecting traditional IT equipment such as laptops, desktops, servers, and networks. Cybersecurity is vital for protecting our data and information, no matter where it is held. Here are some of the trends that we are seeing now. Artificial intelligence, AI, is no longer just being used by robots to carry out household tasks for us, like mowing the grass. Artificial intelligence approaches are being increasingly used by both cybercriminals and cybersecurity teams. In the future of cybersecurity, AI is going to play a very big part. AI is very good for analyzing massive volumes of data at speed and applying heuristic algorithms to determine patterns. Hackers are now using AI approaches to analyze stolen data such as network traffic and password credentials in order to identify vulnerabilities that they can exploit quickly. Cybersecurity teams are using AI to analyze data captured by their defense mechanisms and network traffic, looking for early warnings of cyber attacks and new attack patterns. All forms of cyber attack, from spam email attempts to trick us into revealing credit card details, to denial of service attacks designed to disable critical infrastructure, will grow in frequency and sophistication. AI will be the only way to handle the complexity and volume of data and information feeds that both hackers and cybersecurity teams rely on. Hence, in the future of cybersecurity, the use of AI by hackers and security teams will be a common theme, as AI systems become more available, capable, and affordable. They will help to avoid organizations and individuals falling victim to cyber attacks by using techniques such as deep learning security algorithms, automation of systems that are vulnerable to human error, and biometric identity protection. In this lecture, you have learned about the future of cybersecurity. This section is designed to help you get started with data science. In this lecture, you will know what is data science. Data science combines multiple fields, including statistics, scientific methods, artificial intelligence, AI, and data analysis, to extract value from data. Those who practice data science are called data scientists, and they combine a range of skills to analyze data collected from the web, smartphones, customers, sensors, and other sources to derive actionable insights. Data science continues to evolve as one of the most promising and in-demand career paths for skilled professionals. Today, successful data professionals understand that they must advance past the traditional skills of analyzing large amounts of data, data mining, and programming skills. In order to uncover useful intelligence for their organizations, data scientists must master the full spectrum of the data science life cycle and possess a level of flexibility and understanding to maximize returns at each phase of the process. Data science encompasses preparing data for analysis, including cleansing, aggregating, and manipulating the data to perform advanced data analysis. Analytic applications and data scientists can then review the results to uncover patterns and enable business leaders to draw informed insights. Data science is one of the most exciting fields out there today. But why is it so important? Because companies are sitting on a treasure trove of data. As modern technology has enabled the creation and storage of increasing amounts of information, data volumes have exploded. It's estimated that 90% of the data in the world was created in the last 2 years. For example, Facebook users upload 10 million photos every hour. But this data is often just sitting in databases and data lakes, mostly untouched. The wealth of data being collected and stored by these technologies can bring transformative benefits to organizations and societies around the world, but only if we can interpret it. That's where data science comes in. Data science reveals trends and produces insights that businesses can use to make better decisions and create more innovative products and services. Perhaps most importantly, it enables machine learning (ML) models to learn from the vast amounts of data being fed to them, rather than mainly relying upon business analysts to see what they can discover from the data. Data is the bedrock of innovation, but its value comes from the information data scientists can glean from it, and then act upon. In this video, you have learned about what is data science. The term data science and the practice itself has evolved over the years. In recent years, its popularity has grown considerably due to innovations in data collection, technology, and mass production of data worldwide. Gone are the days when those who worked with data had to rely on expensive programs and mainframes. The proliferation of programming languages like Python and procedures to collect, analyze, and interpret data paved the way for data science to become the popular field it is today. Data science began in statistics. Part of the evolution of data science was the inclusion of concepts such as machine learning, artificial intelligence, and the Internet of Things. With the flood of new information coming in and businesses seeking new ways to increase profit and make better decisions, data science started to expand to other fields, including medicine, engineering, and more. In this article, we'll share a concise summary of the evolution of data science, from its humble beginnings as a statistician's dream to its current state, as a unique science in its own right recognized by every imaginable industry. In this article, we'll share a concise summary of the evolution of data science, from its humble beginnings as a statistician's dream to its current state, as a unique science in its own right recognized by every imaginable industry. We could say that data science was born from the idea of merging applied statistics with computer science. The resulting field of study would use the extraordinary power of modern computing. Scientists realized they could not only collect data and solve statistical problems but also use that data to solve real-world problems and make reliable fact-driven predictions. American mathematician John W. Tukey first articulated the data science dream. In his now famous article The Future of Data Analysis, he foresaw the inevitable emergence of a new field nearly 2 decades before the first personal computers. While Tukey was ahead of his time, he was not alone in his early appreciation of what would come to be known as data science. Another early figure was Peter Nauer, a Danish computer engineer whose book Concise Survey of Computer Methods offers one of the very first definitions of data science. Machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence, AI, officially enter the realm of data science. These technologies have driven innovations over the past decade, from personalized shopping and entertainment to self-driven vehicles, along with all the insights to efficiently bring forth these real-life applications of AI into our daily lives. In this lecture, you will recognize the benefits of data science. In today's world, data is being generated at an alarming rate. Every second, lots of data is generated, be it from the users of Facebook or any other social networking site, or from the calls that one makes, or the data which is being generated from different organizations. And because of this huge amount of data, the value of the field of data science has a number of advantages. Being in demand, it has given rise to a large number of career opportunities in its various fields. Some of them are data scientist, data analyst, research analyst, business analyst, analytics manager, big data engineer, etc. Data science helps organizations knowing how and when their products sell best, and that's why the products are delivered always to the right place and right time. Faster and better decisions are taken by the organization to improve efficiency and earn higher profits. It has made it comparatively easier to sort data and look for best of candidates for an organization. Big data and data mining have made processing and selection of CVs, aptitude tests, and gains easier for the recruitment teams. A data science platform reduces redundancy and drives innovation by enabling teams to share code, results, and reports. It removes bottlenecks in the flow of work by simplifying management and incorporating best practices. In general, the best data science platforms aim to make data scientists more productive by helping them accelerate and deliver models faster and with less error. Make it easier for data scientists to work with large volumes and varieties of data. Deliver trusted, enterprise-grade artificial intelligence that's bias-free, auditable, and reproducible. Data science platforms are built for collaboration by a range of users including expert data scientists, citizen data scientists, data engineers, and machine learning engineers or specialists. For example, a data science platform might allow data scientists to deploy models as APIs, making it easy to integrate them into different applications. Data scientists can access tools, data, and infrastructure without having to wait for IT. In this lecture, you have learned about the benefits of data science. In this lecture, you will see in brief the careers in data science. Who is a data scientist? Today's economy is turning increasingly toward analytics. Organizations and businesses of all sizes have spent recent years collecting huge amounts of data. According to LinkedIn, there is a massive demand for people who can mine and interpret data. These are the data scientists. Data scientists are a mix of mathematicians, trend spotters, and computer scientists. The data scientist's role is to decipher large volumes of data and carry out further analysis to find trends in the data and gain a deeper insight into what it all means. Data scientists operate between the business and IT worlds and drive industries by analyzing complex datasets to tease out insights that companies can leverage into actions. If you've been wondering how to start a career in data science, you'll need hard skills like analysis, machine learning, statistics, Hadoop, etc. Additionally, you will thrive in this role if you excel at so-called soft skills like critical thinking, persuasive communications, and are a great listener and problem solver. You will also need data science training, of course, and you can download our free ebook Top Programming Languages for a data scientist to learn more. This is an industry where opportunities abound, so once you have the education and qualifications, the jobs are waiting for you, now and in the future. AB analysts use data to help figure out market and business trends by analyzing data and developing a clearer picture of where the company stands. The data mining engineer examines not only the data of their own business, but also the information culled from third parties. In addition to analyzing data, a data mining engineer will create sophisticated algorithms to help analyze the data further. Data scientists begin by translating a business case into an analytics agenda, developing hypotheses, and understanding data, as well as exploring patterns to measure what impact they will have on businesses. They also find and choose algorithms to help further analyze data. Data scientists use business analytics not only to explain what effect the data is going to have on a company in the future, but can also help devise solutions that will help the company deal with these effects going forward. A senior data scientist can anticipate what a business's future needs will be. Apart from gathering data, they also analyze the information thoroughly to resolve highly complex business problems efficiently. Through their experience, they can not only design, but also drive the development of new standards, as well as create ways to use statistical data and develop tools to help further analyze the data. In this lecture, you have learned about the available careers in data science. In this video, you will foresee the future of data science. Seeing how much of our world is currently powered by data and data science, we can reasonably ask, where do we go from here? What does the future of data science hold? While it's difficult to know exactly what the hallmark breakthroughs of the future will be, all signs seem to indicate the critical importance of machine learning. Data scientists are searching for ways to use machine learning to produce more intelligent and autonomous AI. In other words, data scientists are working tirelessly toward developments in deep learning to make computers smarter. These developments can bring about advanced robotics paired with a powerful AI. Experts predict the AI will be capable of understanding and interacting seamlessly with humans, self-driving vehicles, and automated public transportation in a world interconnected like never before. This new world will be made possible by data science. Perhaps on the more exciting side, we may see an age of extensive automation of labor in the near future. This is expected to revolutionize the healthcare, finance, transportation, and defense industries. Data scientists are one of the most sought-after roles in corporate America today, because organizations armed with the right talent can drive more value from its data. Probably the most powerful technology data scientists will have to work with is artificial intelligence, AI. It could also be said that the future of data science will eventually align itself in the pursuit of making it better. Artificial intelligence is no longer a matter of science fiction and is already assisting in making business decisions and running operations. At the practical level, artificial intelligence will apply automated solutions to run through tremendous amounts of data sets to gain insights to make better business decisions or to help the business leaders of tomorrow in decision making. However, data scientist roles are evolving as a matter of technological innovation and market maturity. In fact, the titles of statistician, actuary, and quant, depending on the industry, preceded the title of data scientist. In this lecture, you have learned about the future of data science. This section covers the different applications of cybersecurity. In this video, you will know about backup and data recovery. You have backups of all your data. You're safe, right? Maybe, but think about where that backed up information lives. Having backups of your data is only half the battle. We recommend a hybrid cloud-based backup model, meaning that backups are saved locally and in the cloud. Hybrid cloud backups offer better protection because you have 3 sets of data: production, local, and off-site. Having your backup stored in the cloud can help you recover faster. Tape backup involves a lot of steps to recovery: retrieving the tapes, finding the data you need on the tape, and loading it. Recovering your data from the cloud is quick and limited only by your bandwidth. Cloud backups are also safe from widespread disasters in your area, like a hurricane or flood. In this lecture, you have learned about backup and data recovery. In this video, you will see about physical access controls. Controlling access to your campus, building, and areas that contain sensitive data is a high security concern. It is critical to ensure that only authorized individuals have physical access to these areas. Access controls such as photo ID badges, least privilege permissions for badge access, security cameras, a policy that requires guest check-in, are all important examples of physical access controls your business should consider implementing. In this lecture, you have learned about physical access controls. In this video, you will understand about the logical access controls. It's not enough to simply restrict access to full-time company employees. It is also critical to ensure that only authorized individuals have access to your network and your data. Controls such as least privilege permissions for end-user access to the network, periodic reviews of access permissions, and the immediate removal of access due to role change or termination are especially important to a comprehensive security plan. You should also require complex passwords for all employees with at least 10 characters, and a combination of lowercase letters, uppercase letters, numbers, and special characters. And businesses should require a password change every 30 to 90 days. In this video, you have learned about logical access controls. In this video, you will grasp the securely configured and encrypted devices. Make sure all your end-user devices run secure, supported operating systems and have updates and patches applied as soon as they're available. What's the use of diligence in protecting access to your sensitive data if employees are utilizing unsecure mobile devices that easily access your network? Here are a few device management tips. Laptops should be whole disk encrypted in case they are lost or stolen. Tablets and cell phones that access company data need mobile device management to force a screen lock if they are lost or stolen. Antivirus should be running on all computers and laptops. In this video, you have learned about securely configured and encrypted devices. In this video, you will recognize about securely configured network components. A properly configured firewall is a critical part of perimeter security. Changes to the firewall need to be evaluated for security vulnerabilities. Refrain from using default passwords with network equipment, and change passwords immediately after support personnel are terminated. In this lecture, you have learned about securely configured network components. In this video, you will learn about network segmentation. By utilizing network segmentation, your network is partitioned into multiple segments that can have limited access to each other. By limiting the access between network segments on the network, risk is mitigated from attacks like land and expand ransomware variants. In this lecture, you have learned about network segmentation. This topic will help you to know about email and online protection. At least 91% of hacks begin with a phishing email. With this in mind, it is imperative to have weapons-grade email filtering in place that can block external emails that spoof your domain. We also recommend the practice of sandboxing, which is creating a protected environment in which to open and test file attachments and URLs. This is most commonly used as part of email filtering, but can also be established in other services such as general web browsing. Restrict web use to only Firefox or Chrome, Internet Explorer. Additionally, using a service such as Cisco's Umbrella will block access to known malware sites, and even if one of your users clicks a potentially malicious link, it won't be able to access the site. In this video, you have learned about email and online protection. This topic will help you to see about wireless security. Most companies supply their visiting customers or vendors with access to Wi-Fi. But that doesn't mean you need to give them keys to the executive suite. Set up a separate guest wireless connection. This prevents unauthorized access to your network. When setting up those wireless access points, change the SSID from the factory default and use a complex password. In this video, you have learned about wireless security. This topic will help you to understand about the maintenance, monitoring, and patching. Are you performing network maintenance and monitoring? Do your devices and programs have the latest updates and software patches? Just as quickly as the bad guys are out there looking for ways to steal your data, software companies are busy looking for ways to prevent them from succeeding. Some of the best weapons available are patches that update software to combat the latest threats and close holes that allow hackers in. If you're not monitoring and applying these patches, you're at risk. Patching is an often overlooked yet incredibly important aspect of security, as we've discovered with the Equifax compromise. Continually push patches to maintain a healthy and secure network. In this lecture, you have learned about maintenance, monitoring, and patching. This topic will help you to grasp about vulnerability assessments and security training. Sometimes we get so caught up in the execution of tasks that we can be lulled into a false sense of security. Having a third-party vulnerability assessment and security test will allow you to see security holes that need to be remediated. The one and done check the box annual security training session is no longer enough. Continuous training of all end users, including executives, is an important part of overall security health. In this lecture, you have learned about vulnerability assessments and security training. This section explains the different types of cybersecurity tools. This topic will help you to recognize about Blue Vector, a possible solution to the recent surge or attacks that use creative new techniques is to task computers and machines with the responsibility of smartly protecting themselves. If a software could be programmed to think for itself like a security analyst, then it could possibly counter malware at machine speed. The Blue Vector defense does exactly that. Offers advanced detection and response, and even threat hunting, all performed at machine speeds. It has deep machine learning capabilities which enable it to get smarter over time. It will learn the intricacies of each network that it is deployed in. Blue Vector also tweaks network algorithms and detection engines in a way that makes the most sense for the environment. In this video, you have learned about Blue Vector. This topic will help you to learn about Bricketer. These days, even the most basic cybersecurity defenses for any medium to large enterprise will include an intrusion prevention system/intrusion detection system. Even by itself, a well-tuned IPS/IDS system that is constantly monitored by security teams will catch most network problems and security breaches. However, the fact that many organizations stop there has led to an uprise in successful attacks designed specifically to operate in IDS blind spots. This is where the Bricketer platform can come into play. At its core, Bricketer offers advanced IPS/IDS protection with multiple detection engines and threat feeds to defend network traffic and core assets. Ability to launch threat hunts based on unusual events. This would enable an organization to begin network-level threat hunting using the same stuff and tools they are already using for IPS monitoring. It would be a good step in the right direction towards better protection without the pain of installing additional programs or retraining staff. In this video, you have learned about Bricketer. In this lecture, you to understand about the Cloud Defender. Compared to traditional server and client architectures, cloud computing is the new kid on the block. And while cybersecurity best practices are similar within a cloud environment, many of the vulnerabilities and specific threats that target the cloud are different. As such, even organizations with deep cybersecurity teams may need a little help when moving large chunks of their computing infrastructure to the cloud. That is the idea behind Cloud Defender from AlertLogic. Designed from the ground up as a way to provide protection to web applications, critical data and everything else running or stored within an organization's cloud, there is a whole sliding scale of support available. Cloud Defender is a user-friendly tool that would enable local IT staff to inspect their cloud deployments to look for evidence of hidden threats or breaches. Above that, the 200-person cybersecurity team at AlertLogic can take over most cloud-based cybersecurity functions in a software-as-a-service (SaaS) model. In this lecture, you have learned about Cloud Defender. In this lecture, you will recognize about the Cofense triage. One of the most popular and quickest ways for attackers to enter a network these days is to trick a user into taking an action, whether installing malware or providing their login credentials. And if they pretended to be a company official, a business partner, or a family friend, their chance of success skyrockets. Despite the danger phishing poses, most organizations have little or no defense against them. As an organization, PhishMe, which was the name of the company when it was released, has moved its focus away from pure education into threat remediation. The company name has been changed from PhishMe to Cofense, which is a combination of collaborative and defense. One of the first Cofense branded products, Triage, takes emails reported by users as suspected phishing and helps to manage responses. In one sense, the Cofense product helps to make users more adept at spotting phishing scams, while Triage creates a way for organizations to tap into the newfound skill set that employees should have learned. In this lecture, you have learned about Cofense Triage. In this lecture, you will grasp about the Contrast Security. The Contrast Security Suite aims to change application security trends in two important ways. First, it takes one critical aspect of cybersecurity today, application security, and condenses it into a single program that can protect apps from the time development first begins all the way through deployment and their full life cycle. Second, Because Contrast Security embeds agents inside each app that it is protecting, essentially becoming a part of the program, there is almost no chance of false positives. In fact, it scored a rare 100% on the OWASP security benchmark, passing over 2,000 tests without generating any false positives. In this video, you have learned about Contrast Security. In this video, you will learn about the Digital Guardian cyber security tool. With most endpoint security programs, protection is delivered through the creation of rules. Behavior that breaks the rules of the network is considered suspect and is blocked, flagged, or otherwise becomes the subject of a security alert. One of the biggest problems with this method is that security is only as good as the rule set. Administrators either must carefully craft rules based on their own expertise or set a protection program into a learning mode for several weeks or months while it discovers good network behavior and crafts rules restricting everything else. The Digital Guardian platform, by contrast, comes ready to use, preloaded with thousands of best practice rules based on years of experience working in the field. After a quick data discovery process, those rules are tailored to the specific network that it is protecting. This is all done nearly instantaneously so that when agents are deployed, they can immediately begin protecting endpoints with good security policies. In this video, you have learned about Digital Guardian. In this video, you will know about Mantix 4 cybersecurity tool. Given the insidious nature of advanced threats, it's almost a certainty that every organization of any size will eventually be hacked or compromised, regardless of what or how many cybersecurity defenses are in place. In response, the somewhat new concept of threat hunting is becoming an increasingly important part of cybersecurity defenses. The Mantix 4 platform seeks to solve the people problem. While the program provides robust threat hunting tools for use by clients, the company also employs a team of experts to hunt on their behalf. It takes threat hunting into the software as a service, SaaS, realm. In this video, you will see the SEC by cybersecurity tool. Network traffic analysis tools have been used for a long time to help improve efficiencies in enterprise networks, locating unused capacity and bandwidth, and eliminating choke points. It has recently been employed as an arm of cybersecurity too. The communications between the internal threat malware and its controllers on the outside are captured by traffic analysis tools. SecBuy has fielded new traffic analysis software that aims to eliminate two problems: volume processing of data for actionable threat intelligence reliance on network trapping hardware. They have done this by deploying their analyzer as a software module capable of running on premises or in the cloud. It only looks at log files, so there is no need for any network traps, agents on the clients, or anything beyond access to the constantly generated log files. It then crunches those billions of events in the log using finely tuned algorithms that look for patterns associated with an ongoing attack or an advanced persistent threat, APT. In this lecture, you have learned about SecBuy. This section covers the different cybersecurity examples. In this video, you will come to understand about malware. Malware can be described as any malicious software that is installed on your device after a user may click on a dangerous link inadvertently or open an attachment. There are many forms that malware can take, with some of the most common being viruses and Trojans. Viruses are coined after biological viruses, in that they replicate themselves and can infect applications in the user's device. Trojans, or Trojan horse malware term, came from the ancient Greek story of the fall of the city of Troy due to the deceptive Trojan horse. This malware spreads by pretending to be a useful software while secretly containing malicious instructions. In this video, you have learned about malware. In this video, you will grasp the ransomware attacks. Ransomware-specific type of malware that gains control of your system and blocks access to your files. It can infect your computer from an email attachment or through a bad website. Upon infection, a ransom note pops up, offering to restore your system back to normal in exchange for compensation. With ransomware, we always recommend to never pay the ransom. Why? There is absolutely no guarantee that you'll get your files back. You simply cannot trust a criminal to adhere to their promises. Secondly, you'll be putting a target on your back. If you pay the ransom once, you'll be flagged as a user who pays the ransom, and the criminals will be back to take advantage of you again. This is an example of ransomware, and this was called the WannaCry attack, and at the time it was the biggest ransomware attack ever. It hit earlier in 2017 in over 150 countries and over 200,000 organizations. How did this even happen? Well, the hackers found an exploit in older Windows operating systems that had already reached its end of life. When an operating system reaches its end of life, it means the company is no longer making security updates. Why is this important? A lot of people and companies continue to not update their systems. It's so important to update all your operating systems from your Samsung Galaxy, Windows Desktop, iPad or iPhone, and everything you use on a daily basis with critical updates to keep your systems protected. In this video, you have learned about ransomware attacks. In this video, you will recognize that man-in-the-middle attacks. The man-in-the-middle attack is where a cyber criminal is intercepting your data or information while it is being sent from one location to another, e.g., communications system to a server. This type of attack is very common with vulnerable Wi-Fi connections like at coffee shops, hotels, and restaurants. While you're out in public, always be wary of open Wi-Fi networks. These can be set up as traps by cybercriminals to lure people into accessing websites with sensitive information, all the while they are snooping on your activity. In 2017, credit score company Equifax removed its apps from Google and Apple after a breach resulted in the leak of personal data. It was found that the attackers were intercepting data, in the form of a man-in-the-middle attack, as users accessed their accounts. In this lecture, you have learned about man-in-the-middle attacks. In this video, you will learn that distributed denial of service, DDoS. In this cyber attack, the criminals are basically trying to overload the system you would have in place, either it be a website, server, etc., with traffic. This will typically cause the system to crash or shut down, resulting in downtime. These types of attacks typically do not result in stolen information. Most of the time, these attacks are a form of bombardment from the cyber criminal meant to shut your system down, resulting in lost revenue from downtime and recovering your files. On September 9, 2021, there was a huge cyber attack on the Russian tech powerhouse, Yandex, and is believed to be the biggest DDoS attack ever seen. Yandex reported that their experts did manage to repel a record attack of nearly 22 million requests per second, RPS. This is the biggest known attack in the history of the Internet. In this lecture, you have learned about distributed denial of service, DDoS. This topic will help you to know the password attacks. This can be described as any attack designed to steal a user's passwords or credentials. There are basic techniques that even non-hackers can use, like manual guessing. This is where a bad actor can guess your password based on the information they learn from your social media. Or even basic shoulder surfing, where someone literally watches you as you type in your password, or even if you have a sticky note of your password on your desk. And there are more advanced techniques like a brute force attack. This is where a hacker has a program that can guess literally millions of passwords at a time. That's why we say that having a weak password is like not having a password at all. They can even use programs that have key logging. This is when you're on a malicious website or even if you've accidentally installed a key logging program, and now the hacker can see anything you type. They're basically waiting till you go to your banking website or social media and type in your credentials. Back in August of 2021, the Canada Revenue Agency was a victim of a password cyber attack, whereas their online systems were shut down for several days, and over 5,000 accounts were compromised. This was due to the technique called credential stuffing. This is where the hackers buy or steal users' passwords from other sources and data breaches, and they use those passwords to try to log into the CRA accounts. This can be a huge problem, especially if users use the same password across multiple platforms. In this video, you have learned about password attacks. This topic will help you to see how to drive-by download attacks. Drive-by attacks happen when you're surfing the internet and enter a website that has malware code on the page, and you inadvertently download the code. It is also one of the most common ways of spreading malware. All the hacker has to do is to plant code on the page. A common example of this is when you're on a website and an ad pops up that has nothing to do with the site's information. Most times, clicking the ad will result in malware being downloaded onto your computer. Unlike other cyber attacks, a drive-by attack does not need you to do anything to enable the attack on your computing device. A popular form of drive-by attack is cryptojacking. This is where there is code on a website that is stealing your device's processing power to mine cryptocurrency. Mining cryptocurrency requires a lot of processing power, so this attack is not designed to steal any information from you, but rather steal your computer's power. If you've read this post and you're thinking you need help with keeping your network secure, contact to get professional help. In this video, you have learned about drive-by download attacks. This topic will help you to recognize the bug bounties cybersecurity project ideas. Bug bounties is another one from a variety of cybersecurity-related projects. Bug bounties, called a debugger, is a software tool that helps you find bugs in code. This is a challenging project, but once you make it, you can patent it and sell it to other companies. There are several bug bounties available on the net, so your approach should be the one that decreases time and space complexities. Once you make a successful bug bounty, make a report and submit it as your project. This will help you in getting a better understanding of your course and fetch you excellent grades. In this video, you have learned about bug bounties. This topic will help you to grasp about packet sniffing cybersecurity project ideas. Packet sniffing is one of the most exciting topics to work on in computer security projects. It is also known as network analysis. Here, we analyze the internet traffic to keep surveillance on all the outgoing and incoming data packets on a particular network. If you are pursuing the course from a training institute, you will be allowed to do it. But if you are from a university or college, you will be required to take permission to analyze the network, as this is not ethically correct. The projects you can make are You can build a software that detects if there is any packet sniffing in your network. You can build a network analyzer that keeps an eye on all the packets. After analyzing, you can submit a report to your concerned faculties. There are plenty of tools available to help you do this, for example, Windump, CupDump, Wireshark, etc. If you are using Linux Kali, then you will already have Wireshark. In this lecture, you have learned about packet sniffing. This topic will help you to recognize the bug bounties cybersecurity project ideas. Bug bounties is another one from a variety of cybersecurity-related projects. Bug bounties, called a debugger, is a software tool that helps you find bugs in code. This is a challenging project, but once you make it, you can patent it and sell it to other companies. There are several bug bounties available on the net, so your approach should be the one that decreases time and space complexities. Once you make a successful bug bounty, make a report and submit it as your project. This will help you in getting a better understanding of your course and fetch you excellent grades. In this video, you have learned about bug bounties. This topic will help you to learn about the Breaking Caesar Cipher cybersecurity project ideas. Caesar cipher is one of the earliest encryption techniques known to humankind. It was used by Julius Caesar to talk to his loyal members without others understanding the message. You can make software or a web application that can decrypt the Caesar cipher. This is a perfect project to pursue as a beginner. It will give you confidence in pursuing more challenging projects. You can also go for other encryption methods like RSA and DHA. This one is a cybersecurity project for high school students. In this video, you have learned about breaking Caesar cipher. In this video, you will know the SQL injection cybersecurity project ideas. SQL injection is a kind of cyber attack where hackers execute SQL commands on the victim's website. This is done on websites that have very low cybersecurity. You can turn this into a project as it is one of the first things taught in a cybersecurity class. You can also make a report on the SQL vulnerability assessment and submit as your project. Keep in mind that it is not legal. Hence, before testing on any website, take prior permission from the owners. Most of the owners will not allow it, hence you might have to create a website just to test its vulnerability in SQL. In this lecture, you have learned about SQL injection. In this video, you will see about removing and retrieving files. If you are searching for a cybersecurity project, this one's for you. Most of us have been in situations where we delete a file accidentally and have no way to retrieve it. And there are also times when you have deleted something, but it is still available on your system. You can create a report to explain where does the file actually go. You can create a report of all the data recovery tools available on the net, and can also experiment more on the life cycle of the files. In this lecture, you have learned about removing and retrieving files. In this video, you will understand the password strength cybersecurity project ideas. One of the basic elements of cybersecurity is a strong password. A strong password is said to be consisting of digits, alphabets, and special symbols. Some Python cybersecurity projects you can go for are dash. You can create a software that checks the strength of the password and tells if it is safe to use or not. Using Python, this can be done very easily under this type of cybersecurity Python projects. This is a very easy project to step into the world of cybersecurity. Another project you can pursue is suggesting a strong password that is not prone to attacks and cannot be easily guessed. In this video, you have learned about password strength. In this video, you will grasp the blocking VID cybersecurity project ideas. Radio frequency identification tags present on credit cards and debit cards are prone to attacks from software that can read them from a certain distance, leading to illegal access to your cards. It is one of the cybersecurity freelance projects that you can opt for. The project ideas related to VID are dash. You can create software that prevents VID readers from reading your cards. This process can be done by masking the tags. You can also build an application that detects if any reader is accessing your cards. In this video, you have learned about blocking VID. This section helps you recognize the advantages of cybersecurity. In this video, you will recognize about awareness. Human error plays such a significant role in cyber attacks. Adequately trained employees are key to effective security. A solid security awareness training program will drive cybersecurity awareness and instill the knowledge and confidence in employees to recognize security threats when they're presented, and how to properly respond and escalate issues. When cybersecurity awareness training is offered on an ongoing basis, it reinforces the importance of user technology security education within organizations and builds a security-aware culture. The more your employees know, the better they can serve as a defense mechanism for your business and the more proactive you will be with your cybersecurity measures. In this lecture, you have learned about awareness. In this video, you will learn about the advantage of threat reduction. A cybersecurity awareness program plays an important part in reducing the risks that could potentially lead to data breaches and other cybersecurity threats. With the Cybersecurity Awareness Program, employees will be mindful of information security best practices, applications, and technologies regularly used in the workplace, including social media, email, and websites. Cybersecurity awareness training educates employees to understand common types of social engineering attacks like phishing and spear phishing. This can be taken one step further by conducting phishing simulations. This is where deceptive emails that are indicative of malicious emails are sent to employees. This tool can be used to determine their awareness of cyber attacks and how they respond when a phishing email is received, prompting further training for certain individuals when needed. In this lecture, you have learned about threat reduction. This topic will help you to know about the advantage of avoid downtime. Breaches or other security incidents can be costly and take time to repair and to reinstate normal business operations. When employees are familiar with cybersecurity principles and understand their role in keeping your business secure, there is far less likelihood that a cyber attack will take place and critical business systems can remain functional. In this video, you have learned about avoid downtime. This topic will help you to see about the advantage of compliance. The amount of regulations businesses must adhere to continues to increase. In a recent study on IT compliance, 83% of respondents plan to evaluate/purchase new tools to streamline and automate their risk management and compliance processes in 2021. That same study also showed 61% of the respondents have experienced at least one cybersecurity incident or compliance lapse in the last 3 years. If your business handles personal, sensitive, or classified information, regulatory compliance violations are not an option. If you mishandle records, it could have a detrimental impact on your business both from a reputational and financial perspective. Adopting a cybersecurity awareness training program will ensure employees are familiar with compliance policies and understand how to handle sensitive data and information, adding another layer of security to your business and aiding your compliance efforts. In this video, you have learned about compliance. This topic will help you to understand about the advantage of increasing customer confidence. Consumers are becoming increasingly aware and concerned about cybersecurity risks. As consumers become more knowledgeable, businesses need to respond by implementing tools and solutions that prove their cyber resiliency to increase customer confidence. A Ponemon study showed that 31% of consumers said they discontinued their relationships with the breached entity following a data breach. In addition, 65% said they lost trust in the organization after being affected by one or more breaches. These statistics highlight the importance of maintaining a strong security posture. One tool that should be in every business's toolbox is cybersecurity awareness training. It will help to ensure that employees follow best practices to mitigate cybersecurity threats. If customers know that the business is taking a proactive approach with cybersecurity, their confidence in that business will increase and they will be more likely to do business with them. In this lecture, you have learned about increased customer confidence. This section helps you recognize the disadvantages of cybersecurity. This topic will help you to grasp about expensive for businesses. Businesses that do not have enough finances to protect their data and systems may suffer from this disadvantage. It is not uncommon for a business to have to invest more in cybersecurity than what they are getting from it. This is the main reason why many businesses are reluctant to invest in cybersecurity. In this lecture, you have learned about expensive for businesses. This topic will help you to recognize the disadvantage of complication for businesses. Cybersecurity measures require a lot of time and effort. Even sometimes, it can be too hard to understand for some businesses. This can cause a lot of problems in a business. It can also lead to loss of data or even a security breach because the business does not have the proper security mechanisms in place. In this video, you have learned about complicated for businesses. This topic will help you to learn about the disadvantage of requires constant monitoring. A business needs to keep a close eye on the cybersecurity of all its systems, especially since hackers and cybercriminals are continuously coming up with new ways to penetrate into a business network. In this video, you have learned about requires constant monitoring. In this lecture, you will understand the disadvantage that cybersecurity is not a one-time thing. Cybersecurity is not something that you can just install, set, and forget. It needs years of effort to develop and put into place. It also requires constant monitoring and updating of the security mechanisms placed in place. Cybersecurity is something that you need to keep doing in order to reap its benefits. In this lecture, you have learned about not a one-time thing. In this lecture, you will recognize the one disadvantage is that it is risky for businesses. Businesses are often worried about implementing proper cybersecurity measures because it can compromise their data, and it can also lead to security breaches that may cost them a lot in terms of money, reputation, and even in terms of customers. In this lecture, you have learned about risky for businesses. This section details the cybersecurity career paths. In this lecture, you will grasp the incident response analyst. As the name suggests, an incident response analyst is the first responder to a cyber attack. They will investigate, analyze, and respond to cyber incidents. Moreover, they will also proactively identify threats, contain and eradicate them as necessary. While these roles don't expect advanced cybersecurity qualifications, they do demand specific skills in computer intrusion and incident response procedures, security architecture, system administration, and networking, TCP/IP, DNS, HTTP, SMTP, etc. Security assessment across Nmap, Netcat, Nessus, Metasploit, etc. Some of the certifications needed for this role are ZAC Certified Incident Handler, GCIH ZAC Critical Controls Certification, GCCC EC Council Certified Incident Handler, CREST Certified Incident Manager, CCIM. The average salary of an incident response analyst is $70,892. In this video, you have learned about incident response analyst. In this video, you will learn about risk analyst. A risk analyst is responsible for performing regular assessments of the cybersecurity landscape and recommending improvements. This could be studying access controls, policies, operational effectiveness, and so on. They might also be required to keep track of the latest threats and analyze enterprise systems for resilience. The key skills expected of a risk analyst are identity and access management, threat intelligence and vulnerability assessments, security architecture and strategy, Data risk and governance. Compliance demands around personally identifiable information, PI, and industry-specific laws. Certifications needed are Certified Information Systems Auditor, CISA Certified Information Security Manager, CISM Certified in Risk and Information Systems Control, CRISC Certified Information Systems Security Professional, Certified Information Systems Security Professional. In this video, you have learned about Risk Analyst. In this video, you will know the penetration tester. Penetration testers or ethical hackers design, simulate and execute attacks on enterprise networks and systems with an intent to identify vulnerabilities and address them. The skills needed by a penetration tester are vulnerability assessment and penetration testing, VSP code review for common vulnerabilities like the OWASP Top 10. Programming skills in Python, Java, JavaScript, etc. Network-related protocols such as HTTPS, TCP/IP, etc. Compliance protocols such as PCI, ISO 17799, HIPAA, etc. Some of the certifications helpful for a penetration tester are CompTIA Pen, Test Plus, Offensive Security Certified Professional, OSCP ZAC Web Application Penetration Tester, WAP-ZAC Penetration Tester, Certified Ethical Hacker, CH. In this lecture, you have learned about penetration tester. In this video, you will see the security engineer. A security engineer is much like a senior incident response analyst. While they do not directly respond to every cybersecurity incident, they design and implement security-focused tools and services. They also develop policies and procedures within the organization. As a mid-level role, experience is as important as skills/certifications here. Key skills and experience expected of a security engineer are bachelor's degree in computer science or cybersecurity, understanding of application development, service-oriented architecture, threat modeling, risk identification, etc. Proficiency in programming languages like Python, Java, C, C++, etc. Knowledge of web and network protocols, cloud technologies, VASP, remediation techniques, etc. The commonly expected certifications are CompTIA Security Plus, Certified Information System Security Professional, CISA, CISM, etc. In this lecture, you have learned about security engineers. In this video, you will come to understand the forensics analyst. A forensics analyst is an investigator who follows the digital evidence and solves a crime virtually. They recover data and determine how the security breach happened. They study how the attackers gained access, traversed the network, what they did, etc. Key skills expected of a forensics analyst are collaborate with incident response and risk management teams to perform a thorough analysis. Perform forensic functions to identify indicators of compromise. Examine all sources of data, including firewall, web, database, logs, etc. to determine malicious and compromised activity. Assess new tools and applications for security vulnerabilities. Develop digital forensics best practices. The certifications expected of a forensic analyst are Certified Forensic Computer Examiner, CFCE Certified Computer Examiner, CCE ZAC Certified Forensic Analyst, GCFA Computer Hacking Forensic Investigator, CHFI. In this video, you have learned about forensics analysts. In this video, you will grasp the Chief Information Security Officer, CISO. A Chief Information Security Officer is responsible for the protection of the organization's data. As companies collect more and more consumer data, this role becomes crucial across privacy, security, customer experience, and compliance implications. Therefore, the demands on the skills of a CISO are quite high. Bachelor's degree in Information Security, Information Systems, or Computer Science. 10 to 15 years of experience in information security or risk management. Experience in defining policies and procedures. Knowledge of security frameworks, standards, and regulations such as ISO 27001, SOC, PCI DSS, HITECH, HIPAA, SCIA, GDPR, etc. Some of the certifications expected are: Certified Information Systems Security Professional, Certified Information Systems Security Professional, Certified Information Security Manager, CISM, Certified Information Systems Auditor, CISA ZAC Strategic Planning, Policy and Leadership, GSPPL ZAC Security Leadership, GSLC. In addition to these technical skills, CISOs are also expected to have leadership experience, strong analytical skills, project management skills, and a high level of personal integrity. In this video, you have learned about the Chief Information Security Officer, CISO. In this video, you will recognize the Chief Information Officers, CIO. Chief Information Officers, CIOs, are roles that originated in the information era, since the 1990s. As more and more data was collected and used, enterprises hired leaders for their information/data practice. Therefore, while CIOs are not technically part of the cybersecurity career path, in that, one can become a CIO without going through the cybersecurity career roadmap, this role is certainly one of the most respected and high-paying destinations. The skills and experiences expected of them are: Bachelor's degree in Computer Science, Information Systems, Technology, etc. 15+ years of experience with at least 2 to 3 years in senior leadership roles. Business, financial and operational acumen, with a keen eye for emerging data technologies. Experience in designing and implementing security and privacy protocols. Experience in cloud technologies. Ability to collaborate effectively with CDO, CISO, application development leaders, and so on. Unlike specialist cybersecurity roles, CIOs are not expected to have certifications, but Six Sigma and Lean qualifications will certainly help. A qualified CI gets paid an average salary of $158,305. A CIO typically reports to the Chief Technology Officer, CTO, or in rare cases, the Chief Executive Officer, CIO. In this lecture, you have learned about Chief Information Officers, CIO. Congratulations on completing the course on Master Cybersecurity, a step-by-step guide for 2022. It is time to do a quick recap of the major topics covered in the course. In this course you have learned about Introduction to Cybersecurity, Introduction to Data Science, Applications of Cybersecurity, Cybersecurity Tools, Cybersecurity Examples, Cybersecurity Project Ideas, Advantages of Cybersecurity, Disadvantages of Cybersecurity, Cybersecurity Career Paths. I would like to thank you for your attention and time. Wish you all the best with your cybersecurity journey.